The doors to the Viridian tea house are open once more. Hello everyone and happy Halloween. I don't have a costume, but I do have a special guest. This is Yorick, or my boyfriend's costume for later on tonight. I can actually talk with this on. It's kind of cool, but yeah. Anyway, I was gonna put it on. I really was, but my head's too long. I don't know. Anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're enjoying the Samhain or All Hallows Eve. I've got my lovely Fae Spirit candle glowing. Many thanks to Hearth Witch Crystals and Botanicals. It smells fantastic. And I've got some news. So, this Saturday, the Denver Public Library's Park Hill branch will be having a pop-up book sale from 10 until 2. I'll be one of the volunteers. I'll be setting up. And if you've never been to one of the book sales for Denver Public Library Friends Foundation, it really is a lot of fun, and a little bit of money goes a long way with these sales. So if you are trying to find something to do this weekend, I would highly recommend going to the book sale at the Park Hill branch. And details are on the website. It's the Denver Public Library Friends Foundation website. That's where you can get more details. All right, so November 4th, I will be a vendor with Magic Makers Market again at Ant Life Space. And excuse me, not November 4th, November 12th, but the hours are from 11 to 4. So get your witchy on and come hang out with us. It's always been a grand time and I really do enjoy it. The vendors are amazing. It's just it's fun. So again, if you're looking for something to do on November 12th, stop by and hang out with some witches. Let's see, December 3rd, I will be a vendor in Golden at the Mountain Toad Holiday Market. That's Mountain Toad Brewing. And I've never tried their beer, but I'm going to try it this time. But yes, the holiday market is on December 3rd, and the hours are 12 to 5. And then finally, I just found out that I'll be a vendor at the Veg Fest Holiday Market at Town Hall Collaborative in Denver. The date on that is December 9th, and the hours are from 11 to 3. So that's just a small sample of some events that I'm doing that are coming up in the Denver Golden area. So if you're in the area and you're looking for something to do during these times, you got a lot to choose from. And there's going to be other events as well, but I'm just talking about the ones I'm going to be a part of. But I will put these dates in the video once this has been uploaded. All right, so in the last video, I was talking about how excited I was about this video, and I am. So let me just get started. So the first book, both of these books were, I downloaded them, and so I printed off some of the pages, but I'll have all the information on the video, and you can just look them up and order them to your heart's content. So the first one is A Coal City Halloween Volume 2, Welcome to Wych Hazel. The paintings by William Kevin Petty and stories by Emilie P. Bush. Emily, I've known her for quite some time, and she is a Renaissance woman. It's like, what don't you do? Seriously. And in fact, I printed off, let's see, this is a note from author Emilie P. Bush. Although this is volume 2 of Coal City's Halloween series, this book is an addendum to an as yet unpublished story called Oni and the Halloween Machine. We promise it's on its way. Forgive us for telling Coal City's tales a little out of order, but our fair city is like that, a timeless place. We humbly start this book by telling you Oni's part in creating a pocket universe neighborhood, always dark and always Halloween, in our beloved Coal City. Even Oni doesn't know that Wych Hazel exists, but soon you will know all about it. Emilie P. Bush is an award-winning journalist, novelist, children's book author, educator, entertainer, and poet. Her 30-year career has brought her from Youngstown, Ohio, around the world, and currently to Atlanta. Her steampunk novels include Chenda and the Airship Brofman and The Gospel According to Verdu. Find these and all of her other works on Amazon, and I'll put the link. William Kevin Petty is an artist and illustrator who, under the masthead Ally Aeronautics, creates science fiction, steampunk, and fantasy paintings, as well as drawings for fine art and publication. Following his retirement from the armed forces, he spends his time painting, flying, and geeking. Ally Aeronautics can be found on Facebook, Instagram, and at their website, and I'll put it on the video. This was a delightful book to read. It really, really was. The illustrations were so cute. It was a cute version of Halloween Town, and yet it stood out on its own. If you have a child who loves Halloween, or if you love Halloween as much as I do, you need to purchase a Coal City Halloween Volume 2. And I guarantee it does not look like this. I just printed out black and white. But I loved all the poems. Some of them were very whimsical. Some of them were very funny. A couple were kind of sad. But overall, it told a wonderful story about a pocket universe. I did print out my all-time favorite poem of the book, and I'm going to read it to you. So, Emily and Kevin, if you're watching this, loved it. Hope you don't mind that I'm reading this one poem, but it was my favorite. This is called, There Was a Young Witch with Her Cat Up a Tree. There was a young witch with her cat up a tree. There how she whimpered, "Oh, woe is me!" She mustered her voice and called out to her cat, but it wouldn't come down. Now imagine that. "Come here, dear kitty," her voice firm but kind, but he only climbed higher, leaving young Miss behind. After some moments, an idea appeared. "I'll call the firemen." The solution was clear. Quickly the firemen, in their truck painted red, arrived on the scene where our cat filled with dread. Through a siren's loud wail, the ladder was raised, but the cat climbed higher and higher, all chaos and crazed. The witch mustered up her courage and called to her cat, but it wouldn't come down. Now imagine that. The cat clung to his branch, ignoring the crowd. It climbed ever higher. The men were so loud. From the firehouse dog came a bark and a growl, plus everyone squawking on what to do now. With the siren's loud wail, the ladder more raised, the cat climbed even higher, all chaos and crazed. The witch mustered her courage and again called after the cat, but it wouldn't come down. Now imagine that. The witch held her breath, her heart full of concern, as each new sound made cat's anxiety churn. The voices and barking, the bold siren song. It then came to our witch. "We're doing this wrong." The witch vowed right then to bring calm to the scene. She waved her wand softly to still bark and scream. The siren's wail softened, dogs' growl swiftly ceased. A hush settled over, a right moment of peace. With a sigh and a purr, cat nimbled back down. His eyes met the witch as his paws touched the ground. Now still in the darkness, with harmony restored, the witch and her cat came together once more. They learned through the chaos that calmness prevails, and we hope you remember the truth of their tale. Absolutely loved it. Like I said, it's a great gift for someone who loves Halloween, or if you are trying to expand your children's book collection, it's also a great book to purchase, not just Halloween, but all year round. And I give it Viridian Tea House's 5 pots of spooky, spooky Wych Hazel tea. Emily and Kevin, thank you so much for this book, and I'm just so glad that you were able to send it to me, and I loved it. I really did. It made me chuckle quite a bit, and I'm just grateful. Thank you so much. Thank you. So the next one is not so cute, but still dark and disturbing and filled with lovely, lovely designs of madness and creativity and opening your mind. What am I talking about? Issue 1 of Darkness Dreaming, The End of Things. This is a weird ass art zine by Lydia Burris and friends. For those of you who don't know who Lydia is, she is a badass author. I mean, not author, artist. She should be an author. Well, she's a creative person. She is a badass creative person in Chicago, Illinois. I have loved her artwork. In fact, I was thinking about the first time I actually met her. It was at a horror convention, can't remember where, but I was drawn to her artwork. Like, I just loved it. And in fact, 2 pieces of her artwork are on my wall over here. So every time I walk in and out of the office, I'm always seeing it. And when I found out that she was doing this art zine, I was like, man, you know, I really need to read it. I really need to read it because it's right up my alley. Well, as far as I know, she's up to volume 3, and you can order either the digital download, which is what I did, or you can actually order, I think issue 3 is still a tangible copy. The first 2 issues, I think, are only just PDF. I'm not sure, but I will have her Etsy store on this video. I loved it. I loved it so much that I reached out to Lydia, and I'm not going to tell you what I did. You'll find out soon enough. But issue 1 of Darkness Dreaming was, it tapped into my goth side, my spooky side, and my creative side. And I love knowing that in the midst of all this chaos and problems and issues and war and people being angry and people being fearful, that there's hope. And hope has taken many faces. And I consider Darkness Dreaming and also, Coal City Halloween to be moments of hope that people are still creating and sharing their creativity. So for one person, I'm grateful for this. But with Darkness Dreaming, let's see here. So the contents, she says, this is a freaking treasure hunt. You will have to go hunting for things. We have no page numbers, just madness and wonder. I can tell you that we have poems and art and stories. We also have a recipe, they really do, and a word find and nonsense and yearning and a bit of silliness. Enjoy your stay. It says, Lydia Burris made the zine. Anything uncredited can be blamed on her. Look to the right to see the awesome friends who participated in this crazy project. And yeah, all these contributors here were a part of issue 1. And I actually printed off one of the poems. Let's see here. Let me make sure I get this right. I don't know who wrote this poem, but it's called The End Has Come. The end has come, and this is it. I throw my doubts into the pit. Let's dive headlong into this zine where weird delights will feed your bean. Come follow me into this hole of wonders pulled right from your soul, and lovely bits of ends and odds, of spirit beings, of goats and gods. The end has come, and here we stand. Hurry now and take my hand. Don't hesitate, don't hem and wait. Huzzah, let's march on through this gate. I marched happily and so glad that I did. Like I said, there are 3 issues so far of Darkness Dreaming. May she continue to make a million more. But for Darkness Dreaming, issue 1, The End of All Things, receives 5 pots of creatively eccentric tea from Viridian Tea House. Lydia, many thanks to you. Thank you so much for being this creative whirlwind. I mean, I admire you. I really, really do. And as the thing that I was going to say, but then stopped, like I said, you'll have to wait. That's all I'm going to say. But thank you very much to Kevin, Emily, and Lydia for your creativity. So today's tea, I'm not reviewing it, but I just want to give a shout out to Twinings for their delicious Darjeeling. So as if you don't know, Darjeeling is known as the champagne of teas. Now, a little bit of information on the side. There are few places on earth as enchanting as Darjeeling, a small but vibrant town in the Indian state of West Bengal. Located in the foothills of the Himalayan mountains, the high elevation gardens and sloped terrain of this region produce distinctive teas that are harvested in 3 growing seasons called flushes. Like, I will say, I went to a tea festival in Pasadena, California, and I was able to try a first flush Darjeeling. Exquisite doesn't even begin to describe it. It had a taste and a flavor all its own. And I really thought I was drinking something very fine like champagne or even higher than that. First flush teas are harvested in March following the spring rains and have a fresh, lively taste. Second flush teas are harvested in June and have a mellow muscatel flavor. Autumn flush teas are rich and smooth but bolder in flavor. Our Darjeeling combines teas from the first and second flushes to yield a sophisticated tea with a witty aroma and slightly dry, delicate taste. And this is by Nick. I can't read his last name, but he is a master blender. So many thanks to Twinings for their awesome Darjeeling tea. I consider it like a treat when I see it in the grocery store and I'm like, oh, I need to buy it. I love Twinings Lady Grey, which I think I've talked about it on an earlier video with Viridian Tea House. But if you are looking for, you know, a good tea to try in the supermarket, if you see anything with Twinings on it, and I do recommend the Lady Grey, you need to try Twinings Darjeeling as well. I will say one time I tried their Irish breakfast and I saw time fold. I can't drink it. I can't drink the Irish breakfast. It really got me. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh, actually, so I raise my cup of very hot and steamy Darjeeling tea from me to you. Enjoy. Every time I make this, every time, it's an experience. Like sometimes I make tea and I slurp it down. And then other times I'll drink tea and I will just savor it. This is one of the few times where I'm going to savor it. For those of you who don't know, we got hit with a lot of snow this past weekend. So my boyfriend and I have been consuming a lot of tea. We consume a lot of tea anyway, but our consumption of tea kind of went up a little bit this weekend. But just tasting this, it makes me pause and slow down and just reflect on drinking this exquisite, delicious, sophisticated tea. So from me to you, Twinings Darjeeling. Heavenly. Another thing I want to talk about, for those of you who don't know, I do have an Etsy store with my own tea company. And the blends that I do have in stock, and I think all of these blends are both in stock for regular sizes and sampler sizes. And my Etsy store is listed on my YouTube page. But I have Gray Matter, which is one of my black teas. The Power of Art, which is one of my herbal tisanes. Goth Librarian, the first blend I ever made. That's one of my black blends. An herbal tisane for Frances Wildcraft, kind of self-explanatory. Endymion, one of my top-selling herbal tisanes. Librarian's Tea Break, which is made with purple tea, many thanks to a Sami tea shop in Arkansas. And finally, Tea for an Archaeologist, which is one of my rooibos blends. So all of these are available in both regular and sampler sizes on my Etsy store. So that's all I have for you today. Oh, actually, I do have one more thing. I just saw it over here. I want to give a shout out to Petals Pages bookshop in Denver. I recently joined their book club and it was quite the experience. Like, I've never really done a book club before. I was like, oh, you know, it's not my thing. But I thought, you know what? Try it. You just might like it. And I truly enjoyed it. So I will put Petals Pages website up on the video as well. But if any of y'all from Petals Pages are watching, thank you so much. And I just thank you so much. I really enjoyed the book club and I'm looking forward to it in November and December. All right, so it's time to do a tea and or water breathing meditation. We're just gonna focus on our breathing for a number of counts and make sure that you have your water and your tea nearby. And if you're ready, let's begin. And now let's end this meditation with a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Slowly open your eyes, or you can stop doing the soft focus. I lost my train of thought for a moment. And let's have a sip of water or tea. Very delicious. Thank you as always for watching these videos, and if you like what you see and all of the unscripted madness, please give it a thumbs up or leave a comment. You know, I'd love to hear from you guys. But many thanks to Lydia Burris, Kevin Petty, Emilie Bush, the good folks at Twinings Tea, the lovely women of Petals and Pages, and you guys for just being you and being awesome. But until next time, take care of yourself and each other. Raise your teacup high and remember that to drink tea is to enjoy life. I will see you guys really soon. Bye for now and happy Halloween.